It's Tuesday, so the vendors have all new gear for us. We're going to start in the Scholarium, then head down to the Telvar Merchant in Imperial Sewers, and finally we're going to go to Infinite Archive and see what Filer Rule has. But we're starting in the Scholarium.
Have you scribed that?
First up, we have Bound Affix Script Brutality and Sorcery. Adds Brutality and Sorcery buffs increasing weapon and spell damage. Bound Affix Script Lifesteal adds Lifesteal, a debuff granting healing to attackers. Bound Focus Script Flame Damage adds Flame Damage. And Bound Signature Script War Mage's Defense adds a damage shield. Alright, time for the Telvar Merchant. We've made our way into Imperial Sewers. Let's see what the Telvar Merchant has for us. We're starting off with Reaper's March treasure maps. This is a base game map, not worth 6,000 Telvar. You can get it for a couple hundred gold on traders. However, if you're curious, Reaper's March brings us Cinch's Bite, Skooma Smuggler, and Soulshine, as well as a chance for leads for the ancestral High Elf, Legs, or Shield motifs. Our scripts, we have Bound Affix Script Evasion, adds Evasion, a buff reducing damage from area effects. Bound Affix Script Uncertainty adds Uncertainty, a debuff reducing weapon critical damage. Bound Focus Script Frost Damage adds Frost Damage. And finally, Bound Signature Script Cavalier's Charge adds an increase to damage as ability persists effect. Our leads this week, we have Dark Seducer Cameo. This is part of the Saint and the Seducer. This one drops from the Reaper's March Public Dungeon Vile Manse off of the boss Sergeant Attilas, which I have not found to be too terribly difficult. Next up, we have Indric Hide Strap. This is part of Sewerbane's Ward. This one I am a little bit more excited about. It is from the Somerset World boss Indric Frolic, which is got to be the worst one, right? So that one's not too bad. Is it worth 25,000 Telvar? That's up to you. And then finally, we have Necklace and Ring of Alteration Mastery and Necklace and Ring of Powerful Assault. Not a bad set to get. All right, let's head over to Infinite Archive. All right, we've made our way to Infinite Archive. Let's see what we have. First up, we have Southern Elsewhere treasure maps. Slightly better than the Reaper's March treasure maps we saw earlier, but still not great. For 2,000 archival fortunes, we can do better on the traders. But Southern Elsewhere brings us Dragon Guard Elite, Marauder's Haste, and Sensual Defender, as well as a chance for getting 4 book furnishings if you already know the eidetic memory for those with the character you dig the map up with. If you're not sure how that works, we have a link below. Next up, Archival Riddles. Consume 20 Archival Riddles to unlock the Archival Veteran achievement and the Veteran of the Infinite Body Art. Here we have the Veteran of the Infinite Body Art. I don't like buying these for Archival Fortunes. They are guaranteed as you do your dailies in Infinite Archive. And if you have enough Infinite Archive time to get 20 of these at 3,000 Archival Fortunes apiece, you probably have time to do your dailies. These are a guaranteed drop, or at least one in the sequence is a guaranteed drop each time you get your daily done. All right, Bound Affix Script Interrupt adds Interruption Effect. Bound Focus Script Knockback adds a knockback. And Bound Signature Script Leeching Thirst adds a heal for percentage of damage done. Next, we have Veladreth Mask Style Page. I usually tell you guys to buy all the masks if you can. These are a pain to get. You have to wait until the masks drop. This time in Cradle of Shadows, you have a better chance of it dropping if you have the hard mode accomplished, having the achievement, rather. And the drop rate is kind of cruddy. So rather than running the same dungeon over and over during the 4-day window that they're available, I'd rather just run some Infinite Archive and buy them at leisure. But that's me. Next up, we have Companion Equipment Jewelry. Of the companion options that we have at Filer Rule, jewelry is my favorite. You're at the mercy of RNG as to which trait you get, and they're bound when you buy them here. Jewelry, you have the best chance of getting a trait you could use on somebody. Still not my favorite. So if you have 5,000 Archival Fortunes and you want to test your luck, if you want to gamble a little bit, it is here. Our first book this week is Dream of 1,000 Dreamers. This one drops in Scrivener's Hall, and the eidetic memory is in the Stormhaven Delve Norvilk Ruins. Our first plan this week is Formula Telvanni Chandelier Fungal. It's only worth about 21 to 26,000 on PCNA, but it is beautiful, and if you need it, that's still not a horrible exchange rate. Next up, we have Fragment of the Winterborn. This is one of 5 pieces of the Silver Bolt's Vibrant Yellow skill style. This one drops from the final boss of Spindle Clutch 2. Our leads this week, they're both Music Box leads. So this one is Hand Polished Shell, which is part of Music Box Hermit Crab Dance. And this one drops from killing coral crabs. Not a terribly difficult one to get. And then Miniature Shattered Cheval is part of Music Box Lament for the Path. This one drops from the public dungeon in Westfield called Left Wheel Trading Post. Not horrible to get, but not super easy either, I don't think. In fact, it's the last one I need for my second copy of this music box. Remember, with any furnishing, once you've dug up 3, you can then buy them for gold at your leisure from the achievement vendor in the appropriate zone. So even if you're not a completionist and you don't enjoy getting codex for everything like I do, getting codex done for furnishings can always be beneficial. Our second book is Obscure Killers of the North. This one drops in Infinite Archive, and the eidetic memory is also found in Infinite Archive. Our second plan is Pattern Redguard Matte Desert. Runs about 10 to 45k on PCNA. I don't think that's a horrible deal. And then finally, we have Redguard Mantle Cloth Crimson Cover, which runs 28 to 43k on PCNA. We've only got 4 listings, but it's another good one. I recently toured some houses, and one of them used this to create like a gift wrap effect, like a ribbon around gift wrap. It was kind of nice. And lastly, we have 6 House Writhing Thread. This is one of 7 pieces of the 6 House robes found in Forgotten Wastes public dungeon in Vardenfell. They have increased the drop rate on these, and they only run about 500 gold on PCNA. So 3,000 archival fortunes seems pretty steep. If we're comparing exchange rates, 3,000 archival fortunes for something worth 500 gold versus 2,000 archival fortunes for something worth 30 to 40,000 gold. I think it's easy to decide where to spend your fortunes, but that's just me. All right. Every week we also get new gear droppings. We're going to run some Infinite Archive and see what's new. We just finished running some Infinite Archive, and it looks like this week we have gear dropping from Cold Harbor, which includes Meridia's Blessed Armor, Prisoner's Rags, and Stygian, as well as from Solstice, which now includes Death Dancer, Full Belly Barricade, 3 Queens Wellspring, and Zanmir Genesis. That's going to do it for this week. We'll see you in the next one. Okay, time for Infinite Archive. Oh,